Hi, my name's Andrew. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to focus on Middle East seed capital investors, and this is a series of videos on investor profiles that are part of my Middle East fundraising database. The guide to Middle East capital includes the following. It has 325 company names, key contacts, the type of business, sectors of potential investment interest, websites, company emails, key contact emails, and key outreach strategy points. And the database will be delivered in Excel spreadsheet format. Some key database statistics: about 185 or 57% of the companies are based in the UAE. 60 companies are based in Saudi Arabia, and 125 companies are either venture capital, private equity, or angel investor groups, so that's about 40%. This is the best database for first-time fundraising in the Middle East. This video highlights Access Bridge in the UAE, and they are one of 325 venture capital, private equity, angel groups, and investment companies in my exclusive Middle East fundraising database. Company snapshot: they're based in the United Arab Emirates. They're classified as an investment company and a venture capital firm. Their focus is on technology, fintech, and private equity. The company description: they're founded in 2020. Access Bridge Ventures is a venture capital firm based in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. Company focus: investor approach and strategy. Access Bridge Ventures, a prominent UAE-based early-stage venture capital fund with a $35 million investment pool, focuses on nurturing entrepreneurs across the Middle East, North Africa, and Pakistan. Founded in 2020, the fund seeks investments in core sectors, providing crucial support at the first institutional investor. Company expertise: Access Bridge Ventures targets companies operating in key sectors such as healthcare, education, technology, fintech, enterprise technology, and SaaS, e-commerce, enablers, marketplaces. The firm's portfolio includes investments in various innovative ventures within these sectors. Geographic Reach: Access Bridge Ventures adopts a generalist tech investor approach with a preference for sectors like healthcare, fintech, and edtech. And their primary focus lies in the Middle East, emphasizing traction, validation, capital efficiency, scalability, defensibility, sector leadership, innovation, clear exit paths, and superstar teams as essential criteria for investment. And here are some of their previous investments. Potential investment opportunities to approach them with. If you're going to see my database a little bit further on, the Excel version, and I've selected for all 325 companies 3 categories that would be ideal targets for firms like this. Now this does not mean that these are 3 sectors that they're going to invest in today or tomorrow, but they're based on past history, press releases, information on their website, and similar groups in similar locations to them. So it's just to be used as a guide. Now, given their past investment patterns and existing philosophy, you might want to propose the following investment opportunities to this group: SaaS, healthcare, financial services and fintech, and probably broad range technology to this group. One of the key benefits of my database is that it includes tips for investor outreach. Now, this is what makes it unique. There is no database like this at all. This is the best database for first-time fundraising in the Middle East, and I specifically created it for people who are going to be going out to Middle East companies and looking for key ones to market their products or their startups, potentially to venture capital, private equity guys. So what I've done in this, and you're going to see this in the spreadsheet coming up again, I've done it for all the companies, giving you some key tips and points that you could use in your email approach. For example, if you know who the direct contact is, and my database is full of senior people such as CEO, chairman, but it also has secondary contacts as well. But in this case, if you know who the contact is, you could send as part of your email, for example, with Access Bridge's expertise in diversified sectors, we present a venture that complements your quest for innovation and excellence. So they'll know if you've got that in the email. This is not just a broad-based spam approach. And remember, you're not sending your presentation at this point. You're not sending your pitch deck. You're not sending that great investment opportunity for the $50 or $100 million real estate project. This is purely to make contact, to find people ideally at the associate level, investment advisor level, maybe the director level, so that you can at least introduce your company and have that first touch point. Now, if you do not have a contact at the firm, now most of my database does have one or two contacts, but in some cases it could only say, maybe there's only the info at or the admin address. What I've done is I've beefed this database up to include a large amount of HR contacts. And the reason I've done that is because, for example, if you send this type of an email approach to somebody at their HR department, they're going to do one of two things. They're either going to send you back an email saying you should contact so-and-so at this email address, or they're going to forward your email to the right party, because that's what their job is. Their job is to facilitate professional outreach. Now, if you're just spamming them, they may not do any of that. So that's why you should keep it reasonably professional and use my tips on how to actually do that. For example, in this case, you might send the subject heading engagements with Access Bridge Ventures, and then your key initial email approach line may include, we're keen on discussing synergies that might align with your portfolio. Who can assist us? So you can bet if they receive this, they're going to probably try to help you out. It's really, really important that when you're trying to raise funds in the Middle East, you have to build relationships in Middle East companies. And again, start at the associate, investment advisor, director levels, then move up to CEO, chairman, and partners. This database has a large amount of CEO, chairman, partners, senior contacts. Some of the most senior contacts at the biggest companies in the Middle East. And it's really, really good because they're very good contacts. But it's best that you kind of build your way up. Create a database of the key contacts at many levels, and then you'll have yourself covered for future fundraising opportunities. You want to explore the focus of the company and understand their internal process for handling investment opportunities. When I was working in the Middle East, I helped develop our company database, and it was quite large. We were working on behalf of ultra high net worth individuals and groups and companies. And this included some of the largest companies in Dubai, for example. And it is really, really crucial that you learn the process and learn their internal working. It does you no good to send your investment proposal for your startup, or again, a real estate opportunity to a chairman blind if you've never met them before. We were working on real estate assets on both the buy side and the sell side, anywhere from $50 million to $250 million. So these are really, really key presentations. You're only going to get one chance. So it's important to build the relationship, build it with the team in the secondary level, and that's the best way for you to initiate your Middle East fundraising campaigns. So let's take a look at the database. So now we're over on the database section, and this is the Excel spreadsheet that includes all the contacts in the Middle East capital database. And as you can see on the very top, we've got 325 companies. We have their country, description of the firm, their main business interests, their websites, and they've all been verified. And of course, this database will be suitable for all of 2024. I also have included their investment targets, 1 and 2 and 3. So those are based on information that is publicly known, information that is on their websites of different investments and types of sectors that they will look at. So again, this database is really meant for people who are building a larger data set of Middle East companies to either approach for funding or to possibly promote their products to, because there's a blend of venture capital, private equity, family investment offices, and investment companies, and high-profile companies in the UAE that are led by UAE nationals. So it's a really great database for companies that really want to get a very good look at some of the key parties in the Middle East when it comes to raising capital. It also has their investment territory, which includes whether they're just looking at either the Middle East or whether they're looking MENA or whether they're looking global. I've also included their key real estate assets. If they're investment companies that tend to look at real estate, I've included those as well in this database. Now, it also has, as far as key touch points, it has their company emails, and in some cases it's not available because they want you to actually submit your details via their forum. But I'll get to the key stats a little bit later on, and you also saw that in the initial slide presentation. Telephone numbers and contact numbers. There are two what I call primary contacts, and then there's a third, which is the secondary contacts. The key contacts could include CEOs, managing directors, executive directors, and that is the same with the second contact header. You can see operations manager, directors of real estate, presidents, and so on and so on. And the main reason for that is so that you have a senior contact that you can reach out to. You can also check them on LinkedIn to get more details. In many cases, their email addresses have already been included, and I'm going to get to that again when we go to the stats page. And the third email contact tends to be somebody in HR. And the reason I've done that is because this database is very unique in the fact that I include outreach approach tips for each of these firms. There are two types. One is a outreach touch point if you know who the contact is. In other words, if it's been already identified by myself, then you could send them a line that I've included here in all the companies. For example, Saudi has a strong track record in urban development in Kuwait. Would you be interested in unique investment opportunity that complements your portfolio? And the reason I include these is to help people write their first letters, and also to show you that you should not be spamming this type of list with just a generic email approach talking about your company and the investment opportunity. This allows you to add a little bit of information about them, so whoever receives it is going to know that you did a little bit of work, and it should not be considered as spam. And the second reason here is I've got contact sourcing outreach approach, and this is if you do not know who the contact is. And this is really key because in some cases you may not have a contact, and this is the perfect way for you to introduce yourself. For example, in this case I put subject request for direct contact with investment division, and then as the body of the email may include, I believe you might be the right person to assist me. We're exploring potential investment opportunities that align with Salia's investments vision. Could you direct us to the person or team responsible for evaluating such opportunities? And you can see as I scroll down here, it is included in that type of line. They're all customized, of course. The same with the ones for the direct contacts that are known. They actually talk about something the company has done, something they've invested in, the sectors, or possibly what their company vision is. And this is really going to help you, especially if you're doing first-time fundraising, or if you just want to save time when it comes to your research for these type of firms. That's what makes this database unique. Another thing that makes it unique is it really sticks to mainly the type of companies that are either venture capital, private equity, investment companies. So there's no fluff in here. There's no companies in here that should not be in here. And that is the difference between this database and other databases that are out there that talk about investments and reaching out to other investors. For example, there's very little here when it comes to accelerators. There might be a couple of them, but it's not plugged full of what I would call just garbage contacts. These are really key companies that are perfect for reaching out to, whether you're raising funds or whether you want to present opportunities, whether it's real estate, investment opportunities, and the like. So let's take a look at some of the stats. So the underlying stats are there's 470 firms, 340 prime contacts, 90 third tier contacts, and 90 email contacts when it comes to the third tier. So you're getting about 400 and a little over 450 emails, and the total company emails are 275. So those would be info at, admin at, that sort. So that's a really key overview of the database. Again, this is going to be a series where I'm going to highlight each of the contacts. For more information on this database, contact www.dubaiinvestorslist.com. That's dubaiinvestorslist.com. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe.